One of the most formulated questions is, what is the best software for the 3D artist? But as the sentence is not very specific and rather vague, it is not possible to give an accurate answer. It's like asking, what's the best car for the driver? As you can see, the question is rather vague. Probably the first thing you need to specify is if you are a general driver or rather a race driver. Then, for instance, if you said you're a general driver, you also need to specify what are you going to use the car for. Maybe for transportation in the city, or maybe for traveling across the country, or maybe you say for both things. So the answer depends on the type of driver you are and the use and purpose of the car. The same reasoning can be applied to the matter of selecting software. Let's return to the 3D artist world. In order to get an accurate answer, it is important to be specific with your needs and your purpose. And similar to the car example, for the 3D software, the first thing you need to specify to narrow your choices is if you are a 3D specialist or rather a 3D generalist. Then the second thing you need to specify is the type of 3D task you want to achieve. In the case of a specialist, it is straightforward. You're going to decide for a program that is best for your specialization, for instance, modeling or texturing, or animation, or rigging, or visual effects. In the case of the generalist, even though he's going to carry out all the tasks, even so, it is important to be specific by giving priority to the task that in the future will be his or her specialization, or for which he or she feels more interested in the present. Besides the two important factors mentioned above, you have to take into account the following points that are specifically related to the software. Cost of the software, hardware requirements, technical support from the vendor, ease of use, training availability, interface, documentation. Let's check what software packages are most commonly listed and reviewed. And the winners are Maya, 3ds Max, Houdini, Cinema 4D, and Blender. All of these software packages offer almost the same features. You can model, texture, rig, animate, light, add effects, and render. But of course, the ability, the ease of use, flexibility make some of them stand out in certain tasks over the others. All of these software packages also uses the same paradigm, except for Houdini, which uses a different one. The way you create, modify, update, and manage data in Maya, 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, and Blender are pretty similar. Although in some of them you can have small attempts to manage the data more flexible and procedurally, the paradigm is rather static. However, in Houdini, the data management is flexible and powerful, and you end up working in a full procedural paradigm. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Let's review the programs by taking into account the following categories: sales, costs, easy of use and easy to learn, main features and application, development and support. 3ds Max is the winner in this category because it is the most sold program worldwide. Then we have Maya, then Cinema 4D, and finally Houdini. Blender can't be sold because it's free. In this category, Blender is the winner because it's completely free. You can also see in this graphic that Cinema 4D and Houdini, in their full versions, are the most expensive programs, but all of the programs have a free version to try. Cinema 4D stands out over the others to be the easiest software to learn. Its interface and operation are very intuitive. Far away from Cinema 4D, we have that Maya, 3ds Max, and Blender shares approximately the same level of complexity in interface and operation. And beyond all the programs, we have Houdini, which is perceived to be the more complex software to learn. The strongest features of Maya are modeling, animation, and visual effects. That's why it's widely used in the film and VFX industry, and it's also considered an industry standard. Maya, through scripts and coding, can be customized and extended to fit perfectly in any production pipeline. If Maya is the big sister, then 3ds Max is the small brother. It has as well good modeling, animation, and visual effect capabilities. It's used in the film and VFX industry, but it's also used in the game industry and in the field of architectural visualization. For 3ds Max, there are hundreds of third-party plugins that add stunning features to the program. The strongest features of Houdini are visual effects and procedural modeling. In the last years, it's been used more and more in the film and VFX industry. Houdini is also starting to find a place for complex motion graphics, and it's also finding place in the game industry by creating digital assets for games. Houdini doesn't require plugins because it has all the tools to produce the final shot, including a context to composite the render images. The strongest Cinema 4D feature is its ability to easily produce stunning motion graphics. That's why it's widely used in the motion graphics and advertisement industry. Besides its powerful animation capabilities, Cinema 4D also has good modeling tools. It also has good integration with Photoshop and After Effects. Blender is a full-feature 3D program with all the capabilities of any commercial paid program. It's an open source program, so it's completely free. Additionally, Blender offers hand-drawn 2D animation tools and also composite tools. Houdini is the winner in this category. Side Effects is continually enhancing existing features, adding new ones, and also including complete new toolsets and new processes to the software. Its research and development policies are almost aggressive, but in a good way. Customer support is also very good. Cinema 4D is also growing and evolving and has good customer support. Blender is also growing and it has received very important updates in recent years. But because it's open source, you don't have any support in case of bugs or errors. You'll have to wait for the next release to see if the bug is fixed. And probably this is the main reason why big studios don't take the risk with Blender. At the end of this category, we have Maya and 3ds Max. Over the years, the development and updating of these products have been rather slow, and normally only minor improvements are released on new versions. And customer support is good if you are ILM, Pixar, or any major studio. But if you are a mere mortal, then do not expect miracles. Well, we have finished reviewing the criteria to select software and their main features. But before ending this video, it's worth mentioning an additional software, and this is Zbrush. It's not comparable with the others because it's a specialized software in modeling and sculpting. With this program, you can dare to say that it's the best sculpting software in the world. So, if you love modeling and sculpting in extreme detail, especially characters, then please learn this software. But be prepared for the interface. For some people, it immediately makes a click in his mind, and they are good to go. But for others, the initial learning hours, well, experience it by yourself. That's all for now. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one.